"Ma'am, this area is restricted. Guests need to stay behind the line," the young MP said in a firm but polite tone, motioning gently for her to step back. The girl didn't argue. She nodded once and took a single step behind the ceremonial boundary, clutching a white rose in her hands. She kept her eyes fixed on the black granite wall ahead. The memorial. Dignitaries, decorated officers, and family members in polished uniforms passed her without a glance. She stood out, not for how she looked, but because no one seemed to think she belonged. No name tag, no rank. Just jeans, a black tee, and a calm, unreadable face. Her name was Leah McConnell, 24 years old, quiet, unnoticed, invisible among the lines of uniforms and ceremony. She hadn't come to be seen. She had come to honor someone, and the moment was slipping by, unnoticed. That was until Commander Joseph Rains, head of the memorial detail and a decorated Navy SEAL with 2 bronze stars and a silver star with valor, passed by and caught sight of her. He walked briskly in formation with a small entourage of officers, until he stopped cold. His eyes narrowed as he looked at her, more specifically at her arm. The wind had picked up just enough to tug at her sleeve, revealing a tattoo inked low on her forearm. 3 black tridents crossed within a circle of stars. It was faint, aged, and not decorative. It was sacred. Rains took a step toward her, causing his team to halt abruptly behind him. His voice dropped as he asked, "Where did you get that ink?" Before she could respond, the MP moved in again. "Sir, she's not—" But Rains raised his hand without breaking eye contact. "Stand down, soldier." Leah glanced at the commander and replied softly, "I didn't earn it, sir." "My father did. That stopped everything." "Name?" he asked again. "Master Chief Daniel McConnell, KIA Fallujah, 2006, she answered. His breath caught. The name was a lightning bolt. Dan McConnell wasn't just another fallen SEAL, he was a legend. Stories of his bravery were etched into the halls of BUDS and whispered among SEAL candidates during midnight watches. And now his daughter was standing here, alone, quietly carrying his legacy. Rains had served with him. They'd fought together. He owed that man more than anyone knew. "You're Dan's daughter?" he asked, voice softer now. She nodded. "He told me when I was little that if something ever happened to him, I'd know what mattered by what was marked on his skin. He had this exact tattoo. I wear it not to claim his honor, but to carry it." The moment swelled, and for the first time in a long time, Rains felt his throat tighten. Then, without hesitation, he stepped back and saluted her. The entire walkway froze. The salute was deep, formal, full of weight. People turned, cameras clicked. One by one, heads turned toward the girl in black and the commander with silver at his temples. Because in that moment, everyone understood. This was not just a civilian standing at a wall. This was a daughter of a warrior, and in her silence she commanded more respect than half the men in medals standing nearby. She whispered that she'd been turned away earlier. They told her she wasn't on the family list. They said I wasn't official. Her voice cracked slightly. Rains turned to the MP. "She's with me now." The transformation was instant. Officers moved. Barriers parted. Leah was led to the front of the ceremony and seated beside Gold Star families. The rose in her hands trembled slightly before she placed it at the foot of the wall, her fingers brushing over a single engraved name, Daniel McConnell. That night, the photo of Commander Rains saluting her circulated across military forums and news outlets. One image, no caption needed. But soon someone added one anyway. "That's not just a tattoo. That's bloodline." The internet exploded. Veterans shared it. Active duty service members reposted it. And by morning, her name, Leah McConnell, was trending across platforms not because of who she was, but because of who she stood for. A week later, Leah was invited to speak at the SEAL Foundation Gala in Washington, D.C. She stood in a simple black dress with the tattoo visible beneath sheer fabric. She didn't talk about herself. She read from her father's last letter, the one he wrote in case he never made it home. He had written that valor wasn't loud, it was quiet. That it wasn't found in medals, but in moments. In what you stand for when no one is watching. "I never wanted to be known," she told the room. "I just wanted to remember him the way he would have remembered his brothers." Commander Rains introduced her that night. He said if Dan could see her now, he'd be proud. He'd salute all over again. Because his legacy didn't end on the battlefield, it lives in her. From that moment on, New SEAL recruits began asking instructors about the tattoo, about the crossed tridents and stars. The answer they got was always the same. It's not a tattoo, it's a vow, and only the blood of legends wears it now. Before the story ends, tell us, where in the world are you watching from? Drop your city in the comments. So, never overlook the quiet ones. Some people carry legacies deeper than uniforms and louder than medals. If this story meant something to you, give back with a like, a comment, and a subscribe. It helps more than you know.